What if that chronic fatigue problem that you have isn't just in your body? What if your mind is helping to drive that problem? And what if you can learn how to turn that effect down so that you don't feel as fatigued, so that you feel like you have more energy and better quality of life? Interested? Well, watch this video all the way to the end when I will be telling you exactly how I can help you to overcome that chronic fatigue problem. Hi, my name is Paul Hunter, a clinical hypnotherapist here at Cork Hypnosis Clinic, where over the years I've helped lots of people to overcome health challenges, including chronic fatigue syndrome. If you suffer from chronic fatigue, then what I'll say next will be all too familiar to you. You wake up in the morning tired. Making a meal is tiring. Having a conversation is tiring. You feel drained, exhausted, maybe overwhelmed at times. And of course, what makes it even harder is other people just don't get it. You'll probably have heard things during your life, like for instance, listen, you gotta get up off that sofa, come on, you gotta just push through it. You've probably heard all those things, and they've probably pushed you into frustration, maybe even to the point of crying with frustration. And you'll know all about how that constant exhaustion affects your life. It affects your mood. You're just not as upbeat as you used to be. It affects your relationship. It kind of puts a dampener on things. It affects your attitude towards social situations. You start to worry, will you be able to handle them? You start to withdraw from things. So maybe you get somebody else to go to the shop for you. Maybe you say no to an invitation to meet up with a friend. It starts to shrink your world. When you're in that constant loop, that never-ending loop of exhaustion and fatigue and burnout, your body feels stressed, so it produces more adrenaline and cortisol. Now, the good news is that using therapies like hypnotherapy and to a lesser extent NLP and CBT, we can actually interrupt that loop. We can change that loop. Because you see, when you go into hypnosis, you're going into a state where you're not fully asleep, but you're not fully awake either. You go into a daydreamy state where normal functions like thinking logically and all of that just get sidelined just for a bit. So essentially, it's like as if you have a break and your body turns down the production of adrenaline. It turns down the production of cortisol. You feel better pretty quickly, and your mind calms as well. And in that state, we can access your unconscious mind, which is driving this problem. And in there are a whole load of learned strategies, learned beliefs, maybe false beliefs, that are part of this problem. So in therapy, we gently change those and turn them into better thoughts, better beliefs, so that we interrupt that loop of exhaustion and get you starting to imagine what it would be like if this problem was over completely, and get you to start thinking and acting a little bit more like that every single day, so that your fatigue symptoms can reduce. And by reducing, you create a belief that, hey, maybe you are going to get better, maybe you are going to beat this. That belief also adds into your improvement and pushes it on another little bit. So hypnosis can be very, very effective. And I would never say to anybody, hey, I'm going to cure you. But what if we could make you a lot better? I think that's worth working towards. Now, of course, I can't give any guarantees because there are no guarantees in life. But I've seen many people over the years coming to my clinic here who have run through the therapy with me and have come out the other side feeling noticeably better. In some cases with their fatigue all but gone, but in other cases where it's still there but it has improved. So if you are done with chronic fatigue, if you know you've just got to make a change and you'd like to make that happen now, well, why not click on the link just below this YouTube video in the description section, and that link will take you to the chronic fatigue page on my website, where you'll find more information, more resources, and most importantly, ways in which you can contact me to schedule an appointment if you wish. I look forward to meeting with you.